Good evening, race fans. Welcome into Friday Night RODDCAR here at the Talladega Superspeedway, race 6 of 12 for season 29. As always, here with my co-commentator in the booth, Art. How we doing tonight?
I'm real excited. We're here in the 87s, the biggest track on the schedule. Well, not like at least one of the widest that's not iRacing Super Speedway, with some of the hardest cars to handle. So I'm just gonna love to see how our drivers do here tonight.
75 laps, 55% fuel capacity. Fuel runs estimated at 17 to 21 laps. And as always, RODDCAR overtime in effect. One attempt. Doesn't matter if they wreck. It's the point of no return. Let's go ahead and get right into the on-track action as qualifying is about to wrap up here.
See Harry Tiller wrecking on the backstretch.
Currently on top of the board is Tyler Gary. Michael Frisch has finished his lap. He'll go P2. Here's Jaden Carter. On board. Let's go on board here with the 7 machine. Just show you how hard it is to handle at 203 miles an hour. Doing a nice job. This is, of course, over 1 lap. We'll get more and more ridiculously out of control the longer the run goes on. You can see even there in the tri-oval having to fight some oversteer, and he crosses the line, and he will go P10. And nobody else out on track currently, so that is it for qualifying.
Yeah, this track definitely a lot more forgiving than bumpy Daytona in these cars.
Absolutely. Should see some decent racing, but we'll still see a lot of guys wash up out of turn number 2, smack that outside wall, and take out the guys underneath them. But 15 seconds left, and this is our only source of entertainment, so let's go ahead and get you tonight some of the race trends that we expect to see over the average of the last handful of races. Rod's race trends presented by Perry Paints and Mo Perry, who's not here tonight. He's up having a great time at IRP, so thank you as always. Over the last 4 races, we have 3 different winners. Tyler Gary, the repeat winner in that. So look for him to be up front tonight. 8 cautions averaged over those last 4 races. Longest green flag run in those 4 races, the average is 22 laps with 13 leaders. Last lap of the cautions coming out at lap 71 with an average of 32 lead changes. So see a lot of battling at the front and a late caution to spice things up for our RODDCAR overtime restart. And those are Rod's race trends, again presented by Perry Paints. But we are ready to go racing here. We are gridding up. We'll have some different paint schemes, some different numbers, but the numbers across the top of your screen are accurate for every other car that we run.
One of my favorite things in chat, someone said no Cozy tonight, so I have a chance at finally winning.
Yeah, Michael Cozy Jr. not here tonight. That'll shake things up. And real quick, let's take you to the top of the championship table, and it is none other than Michael Cozy Jr., Mo Perry just behind. So your top 2 not here tonight. Colin Forster, I don't know if he's here or not. Haven't seen him yet. Yeah, he's 11th, so he's looking to go to the top of the championship tables here this evening. AJ Green, is he here tonight? Yes, starting P6. And is Zwack here?
He is.
P3, so 3 of the top 5 are here tonight, and they're going to be looking to take control of the championship standings. Jaden Carter, if he's here, and James Mendez have a shot too as well. And obviously we know Jaden Carter is here. So all the way down to really 7th place has a decent shot. Even Tyler Davala. I'm not sure if he's hanging out here tonight. Not sure, but going to have a shakeup for sure with these point standings. It is the best overall over the course of this 12-race season. They have a drop week, so Cozy and Mo going to be using it this week. And then if everyone attends all 12 races, their lowest finish will get dropped. And then after they calculate all that, we'll have a champion. Pretty exciting stuff here. And it's sure to change a lot over the next 75 laps. It's time for our favorite segment of the evening. It's time for Picks to Win.
I like to usually go for someone who has, a pedigree for winning. Every now and then I'll pick based on paint scheme, and James Mendez has a real fun one. So I think I'm picking James J. Mendez.
James Mendez in the Taylor Swift car.
We got a Swifty. Just like I picked the Barbie car a couple weeks ago.
I think you got to go with someone that has proven experience in these cars, and I think you got to go outside pole here tonight. Michael P. Frisch in the 58 machine. Loves these cars, and I think he'll get it done here this evening.
I'm really surprised because, I mean, of the last 4 races, we've had one repeat winner, and that one repeat winner's on pole.
I think Tyler Gary needs to sort out his luck. He's had a couple of rough last races here, and don't want to carry that jinx on to him, so we'll see. And Corbin Simmons will take that chance, and he'll pick Tyler Gary here tonight. So that's the Boost and Race Controls picks. Get your thoughts in chat and let us know who you think's going to win tonight. Got a couple of debutantes here, and they picked a heck of a one to do it in. Peter Ruggiero, Charlie Gallagher, making their RODDCAR debuts here tonight. Caleb Weekly as well. So a couple rookies cutting their teeth at potentially the hardest car that we run. But at least it's not at Legacy Daytona, so they get a little bit of a breather, but we'll see how they do here this evening at the end of 75 laps. Tyler Gary and Michael Frisch, your front row. They enter the Geico restart zone. Green flag in the air, and we are underway. Already have somebody through the grass. And that is Zach Scare.
What?
Going off track right at the start of this thing. And he's going to just lift it off the ground by the 41. I believe that was Peter Ruggiero, like we said. So back at it. RODDCAR rookie making a rough start. Colin Forrester did end up jumping to the pits. But other than that, we're mostly good at the front 41 cars in this main pack, getting slowly spread out. But up front row, unchanged. Inside, Tyler Gary. Outside, Michael Frisch, who's getting the bonus point for leading a lap. Looks like Frisch going to carry the momentum. Gary fighting back on the inside at the line. Tyler Gary leads lap number 1.
I'm just saying, if a late caution comes out to get Tyler Gary back on the lead lap, something fishy's happening. Venturi Racy fishing, right?
Man. We can already see third car on that outside line starting to drop back just a little bit. That's the 487 of AJ Green. And he's actually going to get taken advantage of by Harry Tiller in the 69. And he'll try and close that gap down just a little bit. Inside line, mostly nose to tail. Just a little bit more space than what we expect, but it makes sense in these hard-to-handle 87 machines. And already got some guys dropping out. Michael McElroy, Tyler Davala, Zach Scare, and Dean Clavitt, who I believe is having connection issues, have already lost the lead pack.
Yeah, Dean Clavitt just now disconnected due to upload packet loss.
Fastest lap so far, 44.01 by Robert Colgan in the 53 machine. 229 miles per hour reached by these 87
We're 3
drive.
wide now for will be second, third place.
Yeah, that's Corey Henry taking a peek. He'll fall back in line. Don't expect these guys to get too aggressive early on, and then just kind of feeling it out.
Caution is out.
Looks like Tom Panzarella and Michael McElroy having an incident. Oh, down the back straightaway. There goes the 39. It's a one-car incident. Looks like Peter Ruggiero. Oh, and he came back on the track in the 14 machine. You're also having an incident here. There's the 41 down to the inside. Hard contact to the left side. What happened to... That was Tyler Davala that got the worst of that. Back this up here. 39 coming back up the racetrack. And he has no idea until last possible second. Let's go on board here. And that was fast repair gone on just the third lap of the race. But he is Yeah, he just loses them for that little bit. They don't really know where he's going to go.
I mean, you never expect him to come back up on track.
Absolutely.
That's just...
Yeah, because he nails the inside wall. I mean, he's just fighting it the whole way, not holding the brakes and up into traffic, and that is not good. And what happened to Michael McElroy here? Looks like he's going, yeah, he's going up. Doesn't know where he's going to go. Then he's coming back down, up, down, doesn't know where he's going to go. And then he nails the inside wall. And then here with Peter Ruggiero, tight out of turn number 4, like we said. And he'll go down the hill and nail the inside wall. That's 4 guys, absolutely no shot. Right off the start here. And that 39, he's just sliding. That was all the way in the back. Yeah, he's fighting it, but I mean, you gotta lock it down at that point. Destroyed 3 cars. Let's see here, a couple guys stayed out. AJ Green gonna be one of them. Let's go see if we got anyone to talk to here tonight. Looks like James Mendez. Here in pit 3 with James Mendez. And a different car combination tonight. Only one time this season. What are you looking to accomplish here at the end of this thing?
Try to get this new T-Swift car out there and not crash it right away. And I'm not the best at this car combo tracks, but I think if you have a clean car with a fast repair, you can kind of take advantage of some guys who want to play it safe until the very end. So I think play it right and not crash out like the last time in like lap 5. We can maybe get up there.
So inquiring minds want to know, are you a Swiftie?
I do not listen to Miss Swift, but I was looking through schemes, and I had put on a golf scheme, and I noticed that somebody in the LCQ had that on, so I was like, well, I can't really run another scheme exactly like somebody else. So as I was scrolling, I saw this scheme, and I thought to myself, there is no chance anybody else has this scheme on. So
It's a safe bet.
I think it's very creative. You will not miss me on the track, I guarantee you that. I don't know. We're hoping to gain some different gender fans today, I guess.
Appeal to the ladies, baby. Well, good luck out there. You got some of your championship rivals not here tonight, so we'll see if you can take advantage.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it looks like Tyler Duvall has already called it quits. He did not have
we're
his
3 laps into a race, and
his fast repair wasn't checked, blown engine, so he called it quits. Michael McElroy did not have a blown engine, so that was a tactical call to just not waste the fast repair on lap 3. Thomas Miller coming down again, so it'll be the 40th car in line, and he's on the lead lap. And then the 39 machine, Tom Panzarella, he will obviously have taken that fast repair as well, so we've already lost 1, and then I think 2 with Dean Clavitt. I think he said he was losing internet in and out throughout the day. It looks like it got him at the worst possible time. Shoes cone in effect, as always. Look further back through the field. Anyone hitting the cone, anyone being disobedient. Looks like they all make it through. AJ Green, your race leader. It's him and Cole Pocken that have stayed out on the racetrack. Everyone else in the pits.
hey, you've got to, be risky sometimes to get those extra bonus points.
So AJ Green in the title fight, absolutely, yeah. That's a easy way to pick up some points. Low risk this early in the race. What happened to Joe Swanson into the yellow? Did he just come to a dead stop? Yeah, came to a dead stop for some reason. All right, but all good. Race car making the gradual left-hand turn down pit road. AJ Green and Matthew Zwack, your front row. We'll see if the 487 gets going here on those slightly older tires. Same thing with Cole Palkin behind him. Looks like they do. Scott Warren maybe checks up a little bit, but
there's a check.
ends
in
up
the back. We gotta go
okay.
around.
Second half of the field. Yellow is
They're
out
still
immediately,
piling
and the whole
Stop,
back
break,
half
break,
of the
break,
field
break.
piles in.
Pace car is already ahead of some of these cars.
There was a bunch of checkups in this field. It looks like it was Jacob Dunn. Unfortunately. Let's go on board here. And the 69 is going to get turned around. Let's see here. Yeah, he just doesn't go. Curtis Kelly is going to be initially the man that runs into the back of him. Not enough time, then Harry Tiller gets into him, then Harry Tiller gets jacked up by Jaden Carter, so on and so forth. Cars all over the road, and Colin Forrester, a championship contender, getting taken out. A little bit of damage there. Joe Swanson contact coming back up the track with Chris Pender. James Mendez right in the mix there. The 31 looks to have gotten the worst of that along with Harry Tiller. And that was a heck of a lot of chaos. But we've seen that several times during these races. That was Garrett Delph that was hit. Where guys just don't grab a gear and go. And unfortunately, it happened to Jacob Dunn there.
Now, these restarts can be tricky with the 87s. If you don't get going right, you're going to spin the tires. And with how the rear ends get lifted up, it's all chaos from there on back.
Let's go talk to the man and see if... let's get the honest opinion. Here with Jacob Dunn. What happened on that restart?
Well, I think he just hit me at the right time, and then I kind of missed a gear. It's the same thing Cozy did in the Firecracker Eliminator. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah. Tends to happen more in these 87 cars. Is it just anything in particular, or is it just because a lot of guys don't end up racing these cars as much?
These things have a longer shift time in them, so especially me using the H pattern, it takes a little bit longer to get into gear. So if you're not real patient with it and drive it like you're driving the new cars, it's going to cause exactly what I did, and I feel bad, but I'm taking the blame for it. So
yeah, not the first time we've seen that, unfortunately, in these cars, and certainly won't be the last, but we can definitely appreciate the accountability. Still early in the race, not a lot of big damage there, so everyone should be able to recover.
yeah, it's definitely not the worst we've seen.
Interesting paint scheme this week, by the way. That's the iconic Wrangler number 3 with looks like it's been dirt tracking all day.
Yeah, I found it. Just pulled this thing out of the garage. We only use it once a season, so it's starting to rust up a little bit. Might have to repaint it now and then.
Yeah, but still a long way to go, and we'll still inside the top 15, all things considered. So doing okay so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the EOL and we'll drop to the back. We're gonna be all right.
Alrighty, well, hope to see you back at the front soon.
All right, man. See you.
That longer gear ratio, H pattern shifter, all leading to incidents there. A lot of guys will use this opportunity to get damage fixed or what have you. Michael McElroy definitely going to appreciate that. He's trying to save that fast repair. Let's see, did anyone stay out this time? Yeah, AJ Green not going to take this opportunity to pit, nor was Cole Palkin. But a lot of guys further back in the field going to top off with fuel again. We do know that they have a green flag run in them at some point, right around the 20-lap mark, so we could get one green flag pit stop cycle here this evening if the trends hold up. If we
I
can
feel
just,
like that's the big thing there is we could.
over the last 4 races, though, the average does say that we'll get one. Just a different car than what a lot of people are used to, especially some of these rookies further back in the field. The field will end up getting spread out. This car does get tight pretty quick. Guys will bounce off the turn 2 and turn for a wall, and if you're at the back of the pack, it'll be a single car spin. So we're hoping to keep it green at some point, but got to make it through the restart first, and that's no easy challenge either. You even saw there, I think it might have been, I forget the driver already, but there was a guy inside the top 10 that kind of lurching and was able to find it eventually right before. But, let's see, you got beef with Chris Pinder on pit road. Not seeing anything here, but we'll just back it up. Long pace lap here at the 2.66 mile super speedway. Oh, he is sideways in his box. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a whole wadded up mess from the very time. Got guys going very slowly, not catching up, and black flags are cleared for stuff like this, so Chris Pinder goes around and probably doesn't know that he's got a car to his inside after all that. He's going to get into his box, and James Mendez will get him around. Very unfortunate. But he'll get service completely sideways. Shouldn't have that much damage, at least on the 87s, and he'll get back underway. And Garrett Delph might have had an incident under... No, he's just waiting on people.
I don't know how you get into beef on pit road.
Lights are out on top of the pace car. We're going back to green flag racing here, lap 11. Everyone minus Harry Tiller and Ricky Burbank Jr. are out on the racetrack. And we already know what happened to Tyler Davala, so it'll be 35 cars on the lead lap and 1 out of the race.
He's a quitter.
Recorded 3 laps here this evening, unfortunately, but forgetting to have that fast repair check with a blown engine is pretty much a death sentence. Let's see if anyone can get through the restart here. You see a bunch of guys lurching. It looks like Frisch. 3 wide already, but good job to get out of the way once he realized he wasn't going to nail that shift.
Oh, there's car going around. There's car going around.
Looks like 4 cars in the back will stay green off the track. Charlie Gallagher, Jeremy Cootie. Oh, and there's just more checkups going on here. And 38, oh, just massive checkup.
And we finally got the caution.
Looks like Chris Pinder here, yep.
I don't think Tower knew just how... Cole Palkin left. Was he involved in that?
Not sure.
Jeremy Cootie left.
It said that Cole Palkin, he should have been restarting. What happened to him? Back this
I don't know,
up.
he's gone. He's just not here.
The 6 machine was sitting in the 4th position. Down the back straightaway. And he's gone. Yeah,
He said, I'm not going to be here for these cautions.
Let's take another look at this, though. Looks like the 41 didn't get going on that restart. That was Peter Ruggiero, and you could just see the line of cars. Let's figure out if we can get a better angle at this. I think this will tell the story, and yeah, you can just tell that gap. There was a bunch of guys that missed it here. He gets going really good, and then the second phase is non-existent. You see Frisch getting out of the way up there. Travis De Leon does a nice job not running him over. And then a little further back with Jeremy Cootie. The guys way in the back have no idea. And it looks like Chris Pinder into the 38. Jeremy Cootie. That was, I believe, yeah, that's Charlie Gallagher that gets sent up the hill. Off the bumper of Chris Pinder, but he has no idea. Very unfortunate. Another restart wreck.
I'm starting to feel like Dale right now.
It's very sad. But we will re-rack them. We'll continue to interview some drivers for Caution Entertainment. Drew Joie, what you got to say about these restart wrecks?
This is probably, I think, my 3rd Moon Car race. First in the 87.
First you gotta get the league right. Gotta get the league right first.
Sorry, RODDCAR,
There
my
you
fault.
go. There you go.
What did I say?
Moon car.
Moon car.
Whatever. Moon car, rod car,
Whatever.
same thing. Close enough.
Would be pretty
You're
awkward
getting
if we were broadcasting Moon car. That really would be something else.
Yeah, it'd be different. You know, we got a different broadcast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna serve YJ right and wreck Drew just for saying the wrong
There you go.
streamer.
Disconnected. I don't know by who. Probably Corbin.
I don't know. It was not me. I think it was someone else. Anyway, they said get it right. He did. He got it right the second time. But,
I apologize. That's my fault. Anyways.
All right. So back to the restart, Rex. What do you think the issue is?
You know, with these cars, you know, you have to upshift. It's not like the next gen where you can just lift off the gas and then shift up. You actually have to press down the clutch. I mean, and you know, some people just can't time it. I mean, I used to be like that, and it's kind of a hard thing to get down. I'm still not perfect myself, but I would really like to go racing. I mean, I was talking to my dad for 25 minutes, just one headphone in, literally just cruising. I don't even know what happened. We're on lap 13 somehow.
Does your dad watch the stream?
I can send him the link.
You should send him the link.
I will send him the link. He's watching the Braves game right now. They are stomping the Mets.
Well, of course we're stomping the Mets. We own the Mets. But
oh yeah.
Struggle with the Pirates, own the Mets. It's typical Mets. But
you know what? I think we took 2-2 with the Pirates, or was it 3-1?
I think it's 3-1.
Remember.
Either way, we're still owning the Mets, which is funny. Fully agree on
Cubs on top.
Okay, missing the playoffs.
But yeah. Anyways, I'm hoping we're gonna go green here for a little bit. I'd like to see how everybody in this pack races. When we're green. Went through the LCQ, got walled in the final lap. Luckily, we didn't have enough drivers tonight, so I made it. But looking forward to this race. I know the 87s are a lot of fun. It's going to be slip and sliding. So we're going to try and work our way up front and try not to get wrecked.
Absolutely. Well, good luck, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Yes, sir. Go Braves.
Go Braves.
I can confirm I am the one who disconnected him for saying basically the same thing. Don't disrespect RODDCAR.
Yeah, that's true. AJ Green continuing to stay out on the racetrack. He's going to have... running out of fuel here shortly. But he's got caution laps to help him out. But Dean Clavitt has made a triumphant return to the track. And with all these cautions, he is back on the lead lap once he gets out of pit road. I just realized that was Zach Scare in the numberless Buick. So figuring out these unique paint schemes. 56 is back out. Really out of this race is Cole Palkin and Tyler Duvall. I think Ricky Burbank Jr. has... No, he's still out there. Michael McElroy still getting damage fixed. So it looks like just two guys out of the race right now. Which is kind of a lot for 14 laps in. Picking them up, putting them down. One every 7 laps is going to retire from this race. So lap 21, look for someone to quit. Good to see Ross Corlett back in action this week. Hope everything's going well with him and his family. Got the RODDCAR paint scheme on, of course, so glad to see him back and doing well inside the top 10.
I do have to say, Asher's going to win it all.
Losing to the Rangers, unfortunately, in the playoffs.
No.
If you sign Dallas Keuchel, you'll do pretty well.
I will not have Dallas Keuchel slander. That man is a Cy Young winner.
Put him on the playoff roster then, coward.
He's not on our team.
Sign him.
He's on the Twins.
They need to cut him, and you sign him. But here we go. Matthew Zwack, Tyler Gary, your front row. Back at it for the restart. Can we get this restart sorted out? This is the 18 car. Will enter the Geico restart zone. A little shuffle mid-pack.
Season we checkouts.
But I think the third time was the charm for everybody. And now we got to see how long it takes before someone nails the turn 2 wall. That's kind of the next point we're waiting for.
Well, we are 3 wide mid-pack, so things could happen.
The 39 of Tom Penzarella being very aggressive with no fast repair. But
I don't know if that was choice or if he just got split middle.
Oh, and he's up in the wall. Oh, when he's almost comes down and clips the fake rod flag. We have an imposter in the other 10. And he'll go all the way back. Will most likely be the last car on the lead lap if current trends continue. He's kind of just staying up out of the way.
Oh, we got a car around.
It's mid-pack. We got cars. Oh my goodness! It's Robert Colgan and the 41 machine of Peter Ruggiero. Caution is out. Jacob Roth involved.
I want to shout out. Corbin threw this caution the second the car went around, right? And everyone did such a good job avoiding him. How do we still have the... Like, I get it. He can't control his car. But, like, y'all got to slow down. Who comes piling... Who is the 41?
Oh, that is Peter Ruggiero having a nightmare of a RODDCAR debut. And that might be all she wrote. Runs over Zach Scare at the start. And then absolutely does not break. Caution is out.
Got destroyed by that.
Caution is already out at this point, right here. This is the moment the caution comes out. And here we go. Tom Panzarella, thanks for coming. Robert Colgan, thanks for coming. Oh, boy. And Jacob Roth. I think, was he the car that... No, he wasn't the car that initially got in shape, was it?
No, it was Colgan.
Yeah, okay. Oh, man. What? Oh, so Jacob Roth gets it, too. That's Jacob Dunn, but I think... Oh, that's just... I mean, that was almost nothing, though.
Yeah, the ones down here aren't as bad. It's like, what's happening in the back?
Oh, let's see here. Let's Jacob Dunn. Let's go on board here with him. But that was vicious. Oh, my goodness. The arc brakes. He almost gets him once. And then really, I think that might have been a little net code, honestly. For Roth, let's take a look here. I mean... He just barely gets him.
And that's so hard.
Because he could have got him right there, to be fair. He could have got him on the initial checkup, and he didn't, so I don't think he'd want to run him over again. And just gets him around.
Like, and everyone, like, slows down at their own speed under cautions, and I get it. Like, you don't want to be slamming on the brakes, because then you'll either get run over or you'll spin out, especially in these cars.
Yeah, the 87s, if you slam on the brakes, you're liable to spin out, but, like, at least try and brake.
Unlike Peter.
Oh, Tom! I mean, maybe it's karma for Tom not holding his brakes earlier in the race, but, like, he didn't deserve it there. Maybe he did, depending on who you ask, but he's going to slow down. He learned his lesson, hit the brakes, and then Colgan just... Thanks for coming out. Let's take a look at initially what got him all out of shape. He's middle 3 wide, and... Oh, Rod Flag actually going to get him. The closing...
actual rod?
I believe that's
it is. I see the Cougar, yeah.
The actual Rod Flag just barely going to get on that right rear. And then, honestly, it's not that bad. He's kind of sitting here. A little bit of contact there. A little bit there. Bumper's gone, but the rest of the car is fine. And then Ricky Burbank and Peter Ruggiero. And Peter Ruggiero did not pit, by the way.
Is he still out?
He is still out on the racetrack. Oh, man. Oh, man. Adam Ailshire going to stay out for a bonus point.
He's 7th right now.
Yeah, this is not going to go well. Oh, man.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
But yeah, that was an interesting wreck right there. That should not have been as bad as it was. Peter Ruggiero just out here having the time of his life. Oh my goodness. But we shall see.
I had to have a conversation with the tower.
Yeah, that's rough.
But yeah, he does in fact have a 1-lap penalty.
That makes sense, because that was reckless abandon. That was no respect for your competitors. Oh, man.
And we also saw Garrett Delph going 120 down pit lane.
Oh, nice. But with that... Yeah, so just 3 cars out of the race. Tyler Duvall, Jeremy Cootie, and Cole Pulkin. Ricky Burbank somehow still going. Robert Colgan, I think, had to just take the L on that one, and I think yeah, that's a fast pair for the 53 machine. We'll see if Peter likes to, yeah, looks like he's gonna get out of the way here.
We have 2 Swifty cars.
Do we?
Caleb Weekly. Yeah, he changed his scheme between the LCQ.
He's probably doing the best of the rookies. And that's just by not being noticed. But he's noticed now, so... Connor Zola making a couple starts. So we got some names here that are sneaking up to the front. Kyle Bartles making, limited starts. But it looks like Peter's going to serve his penalty. We got... The top 4 have stayed out on older tires, so this could get spooky yet again. '28 will enter the Geico restart zone, and we are back underway.
What is Caleb doing? We're 3 wide. Tyler Gary is already 3.
Tyler Gary's like, Tyler Gary's saying, I have to get through the rookies.
Caleb Weekly did not get going.
Tyler Gary has the momentum. Aylshire being tentative on his older tires. And Gary flies around to the lead of the race again. Guys below the apron, 3 wide, maybe 4 wide in the back of the pack. Gary will now drop down to the inside lane, 3 wide, about 4th or 5th row on back. It is Caleb Weekly. He hasn't completely fallen off the cliff yet. Battling away just outside the top 10. You can see just everyone squirming around, trying to find grip and trying to get a handle on these 87 cars. Sean Rafferty making a challenge for the lead, though. And he'll go middle to bottom. He's had a couple strong weeks since he joined the league.
Where does this intensity come from?
3 wide for 4th. Corey Henry on the outside.
We got cars on the wall. Scott Warren in the wall. We got cars trying to avoid him.
It's Frisch in the mix there, and everyone just absolutely driving with their hair on fire. Caleb Weekly now in the wall. I believe that was Thomas Miller that just barely dodged underneath him. Doing a nice job. But now we're starting to get a tiny bit of field spread into it. About 20th on back is only 2 wide or single file. This car start to fall out just a little bit. This probably takes the most skill on the calendar. Trying to wrangle these things around at 215 miles an hour. You'll definitely see guys with some familiar names at the front of this field. Bump drafting down the back straightaway.
So we got pretty, 2 lines. I don't see many people trying to push at 3 anymore.
Yeah, Adam Aylshire, he's pitted on lap 4, so he's going to have to come in here pretty soon. He's got a bunch of caution laps backing him up. But he's doing a nice job with those older tires. I know we haven't had the most green flag laps, but doing a nice job with the wear that he has, which is more than those around him. Just keeping it in between the apron and the outside wall, so doing exactly what's required of him. Car on the wall further back. I believe that was Ryan Oates. That's actually Connor Zola, excuse me.
Ooh, I think we have 2 more in the wall.
It's the 40 machine. I think Adam Aylshire finally hit the wall there. He did. He's dropping back. That was Travis DeLeon in the wall as well. Back up front now. We're getting some single file racing. It looks like the top 8. Top 10 now, but further falling back is Curtis Kelly. Got a bunch of 8 machines in here tonight, and everybody's getting single file now. They're snaking around Curtis as he was a little bit slow off of turn number 2. Michael Frisch down to the inside. He's got Kevin Spencer for help, and Curtis Kelly struggling a little bit with the handling of that race car. The other 8 machine in the wall, that was Connor Zola again.
Scott Warren further back. He's got more damage now. He also made contact with the wall.
But the guys at the front leading by example. They're arcing the corner down, trying to just use the banking to help steer the car and not put as much input into it and burn their stuff up, and then sliding up. The natural arc of the corners. I think that's Aylshire that's finally ate the wall. He'll spin it down to the inside. We will stay green, one car way off the racetrack. And those older tires finally gave up, and he still hasn't got it under control. Smacks the inside wall. And try and get it going. They are approaching lap traffic. I believe that is the 41 of Peter Ruggiero. Rod Flag is in. Don't know if he has to pit because he stayed out, but he is getting back underway. And the field spread a lot different. Back to 32nd. And Zach Scares about 8 seconds, and it's just a lot of guys kind of doing their own thing here. You know, got a 4-car pack here. Scott
Another
Warren
car
on
the outside wall.
Well, that's 2 cars. I believe that is Jacob Roth and Connor Zola. We've both seen them struggling with the handling of their cars. Let's take a look at what happened to Jacob. That was just a bad beat right there. He gets into the back of someone that nails the wall, and he's going to go around. And 4 cars got absolutely out of control out of turn number 2 there.
I know this is like the worst nightmare of our tower.
They are going to catch Peter Ruggiero, and this could get very interesting. He has not had the best night, but look at this, though. Top 16, 1.5 seconds back, and there really was no massive incident that kind of separated them. It's just guys falling out all by themselves. Bourgeois way up by the fence. Making a move on the outside on older tires is going to be very risky, especially on the exit of turn 2 and turn 4.
And you always have the risk of a car just coming up and squeezing you.
And here is Zwack. They're going to have to look to go to the inside, so this will actually work out for the field. This could get a little dicey on the exit, though, if the 41 puts it in the wall. Let's see what he does here.
He does, in fact, put it in the wall.
Oh, man. It's going to scatter the field. Corey Henry going to have to go way down low. The fake 10 is Lee Heron, by the way. We've now discovered that.
I just love calling him the fake 10. You're not Rod Flag.
So he did a nice job there, Peter Ruggiero. Holding it at least out of the way in turn number 4, and he'll go way up by the fence. So he is somewhat figuring it out.
Ooh, that 7 machine is real loose on the bottom there.
But yeah, all the way back to 18th is 5 seconds, and that's just guys having to check up out of turn 2. They're getting really tight and getting spread out. And even back here, single file, just trying to survive. A couple guys there scraping the outside wall. That might have been, I believe, Logan Shore. At the front of the field, though, single file. They're trying to settle it amongst themselves. All the way back to 15th. Jacob Dunn kind of stuck in no man's land at the moment. Gotta crank it up, Redemption, absolutely. first pack leading by example, though. Just keep it single file. You're going to enter way up top. Use the natural banking of these corners to help steer the car. And you're going to slide up naturally on the exit. You saw there Peter Ruggiero having another incident. He'll get down to pit road. Tom Panzarella was also on and off of pit road. I believe that wasn't his choice, though. Let's take a look at what happened. I'm not sure what had happened. So a rough day for most of the rookies here this evening. And really, it's about a top 14. Kyle Bartels may be hanging on. Draft very sensitive on these cars. He's 8/10 back from Ryan Oates in 14th. He's got Kevin Spencer helping him out, though. So maybe it's a top 16. Not sure yet. We'll see if these two can get themselves back up into the pack. But everyone has decided that they just want to get some laps, and the best of the best have separated themselves.
You say that as Frisch is going on the outside trying to make moves now.
Last pitted on lap 17, so we're coming to a green flag pit stop here, so he wants to get himself in position if possible. And he's at the tail end of the pack, so if he has to check up at all for one of these guys in front of him, he's gonna fall out of it pretty quickly. So can totally understand why he wants to make moves. There's Drew Joie. Getting around Joe Swanson.
We have, in fact, lost another one, by the way. Adam Elshire, after his single car incident, just, said he's done with it.
There's Thomas Miller and AJ Green going side by side. Frisch continuing to make moves. He wants by Joe Swanson.
I think he got the 42 machine there a little loose, a little arrow loose.
But Drew doing a nice job keeping it inside. Not sliding up and putting Frisch into the outside wall. Looks like that was Charlie Gallagher a little bit further back hitting the wall. The second pack will scatter. These guys are 20th, and they're about 9 seconds off the lead. Even further back, Travis De Leon, 26th, running with Caleb Weekly, and then another little pack here, and then just guys doing their own thing after that. We do have a nice little run going here for us, and Dylan Dreiling getting a little bit racy now. They're definitely trying to position themselves here for green flag pit stops.
Got the first calls. Ricky Burbank Jr. says in. 3 laps down, though.
So he might be a little bit off schedule there. That's, I think, Tom Panzarella. Trouble on pit exit, and he's just having a no good, rotten, horrible night. 87 cars, 1. RODDCAR rookies, 0.
Hey, you can't be saying that. I believe Caleb Weekly's still going strong with 2 cars.
Yeah, but it looks like here 14th, Kyle Bartels falling further off the pack, and Kevin Spencer falling further off of him. Now we got side by side for what is 5th. It's Corey Henry, Lee Herron.
Connor's so ahead. I think.
Drew in the wall.
I saw smoke by his box, and I thought he had problems entering pit road, but he did not.
It's getting very racy right as green flag pit stops are about to start, so you guys don't want to pit from the end of this pack. They want to make sure they have drafting help available. Frisch will think about dropping in line. Looks like he'll do so. Looks like that was Bartels coming in. And it was. He's going to miss it, though. Too hard on the brakes. Got this 87 machine around. Very sensitive when you have to slam on the brakes. So going from 210 down to 55. Not the easiest thing to do. We'll see if the main pack has any problems with it, but that'll guarantee his exit from the top 14 contenders. Kevin Spencer, 2 seconds back, and stuck in no man's land.
Got a battle for third right now. Again, drivers trying to move up position. Sean Rafferty.
And Corey Henry side by side. No one blinking yet. We hit the 20th lap of this run. They do have the pace lap side by side for second now. Frisch pushing Corey Henry to the outside of Matthew Zwack here. Battle for the lead. Only briefly, but side by side for second off of turn number 2. These guys have done a nice job saving their tires. Now it's Tyler Gary that has no drafting help.
AJ Green, he's 9th in this pack, says pitting in.
We'll see how the leaders decide to react with him.
Aiden Clavitt pitting in. He's in that second pack. Let's see. Ooh, someone locked their brakes up back there.
It's AJ Green, I believe. Joe Swanson locked him up. Somebody really locked him up. That was Kevin Spencer. Second group coming
Ross
in.
Corlett.
No, Ross Corlett's going around.
Overall, good pit stops by these groups.
That was a decent effort. We'll see who wins the race off pit road. It was Zwack that let him in.
Frisch says this time in, so I'm assuming this entire front pack is going to be coming in.
Decent pit stop there from Lucas Plessel. He'll win the race off of pit road. Great stop by the 45 crew, 12.8.
Tyler Gary gaining multiple spots there.
Oh, and Frisch going around. Lee Heron going around. The only two involved, and they're going to lose the pack. Zach Scare staying out by himself, but it is Plessel leading the charge back up to speed.
Did Frisch have any help with this? No, he just went around. Oh.
And we'll see, even among the lead pack, look how spread out this is. Who's going to win the race off here? Frisch finally getting into his box. It's like Corey Henry's going to lead him off. And even among the second group, another just giant separation. Here's Zwack and Jaden Carter and Lucas Plessel. And there is your race leader. Guys trying to unlap themselves. So massively different outcomes. Here comes Zwack. About 15 miles an hour faster. Can they close down the 3 seconds? I don't think they'll be able to. I think Corey Henry will keep the lead here. So better for the second group. 39.4 seconds on pit road for the 5 machine. 39.8. 40.3 for Sean Rafferty. 41 seconds flat for Zwack, and that's probably the difference. At 1.2 seconds, that's exactly the difference. But they are now drafting up behind Corey Henry. He got too far out in front. So he could be going to the tail end of this thing, but it's only a group of now 6. Lucas Plessel was the first man off the pit road. He's now at the tail end of the pack. And has 3 seconds on Dylan Dreiling, who has 2 seconds on another little group here. 4 or 5 cars. And then back even further, it's a couple more guys, and it's all completely spread out. We're actually going to have to use the track map here tonight. And then take your pick.
And you're right on the call. Corey Henry, he jumped to almost the end of the pack. Tyler Gary now taking over the lead. Sean Rafferty's going to be P2, Zwack P3.
Got a Thomas Miller penalty for some reason. Corbin will have to inform us of what that was. There's Charlie Gallagher coming out. Looks like Lee Heron is off the racetrack, and I think he just alt F4'd.
He alt F4'd. He was gone just as fast as you said that.
So I believe he's going to just, I don't know. Thought about a penalty, maybe try to do a blowover, but his night is done. Fake rod flag is gone. The fake 10 is defeated. Passing lap traffic here. That's one of the several 8s that we have. Whether that be Connor Zola or Curtis Kelly, I'm not entirely sure. That was, in fact, Connor Zola. And it is a 6-car breakaway, like we saw Monday night in the ARS Next Gen Season 2 opener. Blockbuster Video trying to stay out of the way. Another car on the wall a little bit further back. That was Connor Zola again. I mean, here we got 22nd through 25th. Travis De Leon's running with the main pack, 25th all by himself. 1st through 6 is well documented. Got about a 5-car pack here, 7th through 11th.
I heard someone in the wall.
Joe Swanson all by himself. Drew Joie by himself. 15th and 16th and 17th. I mean, take your pick. They're all over the place. And because they're so all over the place, less chance to all wreck each other. So we could get another round. I mean, it's going to be on a razor's edge for the rest of the night, but it is pretty spread out. It wouldn't surprise me if we get another round here, but we're 2x2 here with the 4 cars, so got fresh-ish tires as well, so.
Rey Mysterio at the age of 48 is your United States champion.
You love to see it. I have no complaints. Looks like Rod is on pit road again, so just a difficult night for a lot of guys, even guys that are experienced in these cars. Looks like James Mendez has been on pit road, so something happened to him over the course of this. Tom Panzarella, I mean, just so much going on. Peter Ruggiero back on pit road. Guys, many, many laps down.
We've got 3 wide traffic in front of the leaders.
And they're going to split a middle. That's Zach Scare putting it in the fence. Robert Colgan and the 80 machine of Caleb Weekly. Everyone doing their best to get around them. There is so much going on. Like, what happened to James Mendez? He's been on pit road for 5.5 minutes.
What happened to my pick to win?
He's 38th and out of it.
Just a Swifty curse.
21 cars on the lead lap only, and even then, it's Kevin Spencer spinning through the tri-oval grass. Take a look at what happened to the 48. And he just nails the wall off turn number 4. Tight all the way through the corner. Trying to save it, but through the grass he goes. And around
That's kind of
he
what
goes.
you get when you support NC State.
We'll see if Frisch is able to do anything. I know he's got a small pack, but he would be the right man to lead a group of cars back up there. He's got Ryan Oates, a RODDCAR winner, and AJ Green, a championship contender this season. So we'll see if they can make any progress. They're 5 seconds back. They were quicker on the last lap, though. But obviously, this front 6 having to deal with some pretty heavy traffic.
And not far behind if they can get him hooked up. Harry Tiller, he's pretty experienced in these 87 cars. Not a bad man to have, along with, our fearless leader, Ron Flagg, now joining the fray.
Yeah, but there's just so much going on. Track map actually comes in handy tonight, slightly. No lap traffic for the leaders for at least a handful of laps.
Oh, we got Peter Ruggiero coming out from the pits.
I'll give him credit. He's still fighting. Connor Zola's just been in and out of pit road a handful of times. Eric Tiller's been on pit road 6 times, and he's inside the top 10. Your biggest mover tonight so far, I believe, is Dylan Dreiling, up 19 spots, but completely caught out in no man's land. And right now, the smart money's just on this top 6 until proven otherwise. Lap 39. About halfway through a fuel run, a little bit under it. And again, even on the next round of pit stops, can these guys all get it hooked up? Or are they going to have an incident that brings, Frisch, Oates, and AJ Green back into the mix?
I mean, all it takes is one driver to be a little, loosey-goosey on that brake pedal. The entire group goes around.
Yeah, once this lead group was able to clear traffic, though, they are quicker than what would be considered the second pack. So no worries for the top 6 yet. They just got to keep busting out these laps, and all of them would get a great finish. Be a great points night for Jaden Carter. Tell you what, Dean Clav at 15th after being, knocked out with internet and getting back in, and I know he joined right at the perfect time, but he's sitting 15th. He's got to feel pretty good about himself.
Anytime you can be on the lead lap here in RODDCAR, you got to feel good about yourself.
Especially in the 87 cars.
Especially in the 87, yes.
Because I think my only last place finish in RODDCAR came in the 87 cars.
My
Either that
greatest
or
achievement ever came in the 87 cars.
yeah, that or a second to last place finish. But these things are not easy to drive. That's firsthand evidence there. But Zwack looking to take the lead of the championship here. Sitting in third place is in a decent position to do it, as is Jaden Carter. Let's go ahead and show you your championship standings. As they entered tonight, Colin Forrester, I believe, is kind of just down the order a little bit. The 23 machine, and yeah, he's 35th right now. Will gain points on the guys ahead of him, but he'll lose out to those behind him, obviously. AJ Green got a bonus point. And Zwack running up front, and Jaden Carter up front. Tyler Duvall, last place finish for him. James Mendez out of the race. Dean Clavitt doing a nice job, so he's going to creep up into maybe the top 6 or 7 here. Harry Taylor having a rough go of things tonight, I believe. Or no, he's 10th, excuse me. He was running by himself, though, so. Yeah, just all over the place. And we are not done yet. Halfway through this fuel run, 25 laps to go. They will be able to make it with one more stop. So this will be the money stop if they can keep it together. This would be the most concerning spot for a wreck right here at the moment.
Well, you gotta point it out.
Just outside the top 20, and guys just inside the top 10, kind of a mix-up of cars here.
Oh, we're 3 wide here now.
Caleb Weekly, Travis DeLeon, and Rod Flag. First going to go with Rod, probably a good idea. Tom Panzarella.
Weekly in the wall. Ooh, Panzarella not
Robert
giving
Colgan.
Frisch a lot of room.
Spinning away down to the inside. He's going to just lock it down hard inside contact. And he'll head right to pit road. Could be the end of his night. We'll see. But you see just how difficult it is. Second group now 6 seconds back after fighting with traffic. We're down to 21 cars on the lead lap, and even then, that's going to be continuing to fade here. Could easily see up to 19th lapped with this lead pack. And they are in the tri-oval together, so we'll see. Let's go on board here. Tyler Gary is loving the view he's had for the last handful of laps, but he knows he's going to face a challenge behind. It's just these top 6 are playing a smart game right now. They understand that if no caution comes out at the end, and they nail this last green flag pit stop, that they are the only ones that have a shot at winning this thing. And they would like to see it end that way.
And if I'm Tyler Gary, honestly, I don't want to be leading come the last lap. Every other car you can somewhat block in. If someone gets on your bumper in these cars and just pushes, you're going around.
Yeah. They're going to have... Yeah, we see how sensitive it is. Obviously, netcode's a big factor, especially with the light contact that sends these cars around, but you want to be the one making moves and not rely on trying to throw a block in a very aero-sensitive car.
Honestly, I take 2 tires. I take right sides for right or left sides to get off pit road, and that's it.
I think you would suffer too far in the long run. We'll see, though.
I'm a wheel man.
Got cars in the wall just in front of the lead group here. Oh, Tyler Gary in the wall. And even then, no one jumped out of line. There's Michael McElroy yielding way for the leaders. Definitely can see 2 tires from that second group led by Frisch as they try and gain some ground, though. Don't know if it's worth 7 seconds, though. There's Logan Shore, Connor Zola. We have Scott Warren's in that pack. And Kevin Spencer, so they have lapped all the way up to the 19th position. The final fuel window is open, so... Oh, that's... the whole second group of lap cars got in the wall there.
Yeah, you see all the lead lap cars just scatter.
If I'm this lead group, I pit as soon as possible just to get it out of the way with, I would think. Because then you have track position if a caution does come out late, which is, you know, it's honestly 50-50. I know we got a bunch of guys separated, but just with how bad these cars are handling-wise, I think you go ahead and come down and just try and get it out of the way and get your track position if a caution does come out. But you can definitely run a couple more laps. Probably about 5 to 7 more. It's a very tight fuel window, so we should see some guys try and pull the trigger here. Yeah, it's 7th and 8th, and 9th barely hanging on. 10th place is all by himself for position, as a couple of just random guys around him. Same thing with Dreiling, although he's got Drew Joie. I mean, Curtis Kelly, it's a 3-car pack. Garrett Delphin 16th all by himself, but he is getting caught by this group behind him, and then even further back, we just saw this leaders go around, and they'll try and tag on, so that could cause issues for the leaders. We'll see, but it is absolutely incredible.
I think we got our first calls of pitting in. Dean Clavitt, Logan Shore.
Harry Tiller coming in. He was by himself, so he burned a little bit more fuel. Drew Joie coming in. We'll see. Yep, here comes Curtis Kelly and his gang. So everyone 10th on back. Looks like they're coming in. Ross Corlett, Jacob Dunn going to stay out. Joe Swanson in. Thomas Miller is in with Kyle Bartles. We'll see Harry Tiller.
On to this front group, though.
As they go around, it looks like Harry Tiller. That's 2-tire stop there for Harry Tiller. Looks like that's Logan Shore around at the entrance of pit road. AJ Green is in. But it looks like 2 tires for everybody, so you guys came out right on that call. Wait for the leaders, though. What is the final stop of the night if we don't get a caution?
Another 8 machine in the wall in this front pack.
Looks like they're going to pit. They're staying low off the corner. And all of them are coming in. Kevin Spencer with them.
We're 3 wide.
And they all make it. Got to be careful not to make contact, though. And who can win the race off of pit road? Tyler Gary's on pole. We'll be looking out back to see what everyone else decides to do. Can't overshoot your box here. And it's perfect for the 86 machine.
Got right sides.
There's Frisch going on. Everyone should be dropping the jack and going.
Oops, someone's going to be out.
Yeah, well, Tyler Gary was slow away from the box. Maybe he didn't want to lead coming out, though, and it'll be Zwack. So that's 2 tires for everybody. And Frisch is away. Will not be a factor. So it's top 6 breakaway, I believe. It's 1.9 back to Plessel, but he is well in behind Corey Henry. Should be able to blend in nicely, just as long as they don't get a pit road penalty for unsafe release. None of them do. And that was well executed.
Sean Rafferty almost got killed there by Tyler Gary. Gary had a heck of a run coming out.
Oh, yeah, he did. Ooh, I'm unhappy if I'm Sean Rafferty there.
Like, Gary lined it up. It just, he had so much more momentum.
And that's going to push these guys potentially. They got to get single file here. Rafferty's going to have to fall in line. Lucas Plessel, the tail end of this. They're 1 second back. Got to get organized. They have some lap cars helping them draft. Look at the message there. Fire Brian Ferntz. Worst offensive coordinator in the country. But could this have thinned the herd a little bit? Corey Henry gets around. Sean Rafferty going to be using the draft there. Lucas Plessel. Got to be careful here not to burn your stuff up, because there is a decent run to the finish here.
You just can't let these 2 at the front get away.
But I think they'll be okay. They got guys behind them. So, just a little awkward there. Yeah, Jacob Dunn has blended into this pack. Oh, and Frisch is around. Big collision off of turn number 4. A rod flag. Tom Panzarella. Do we throw the yellow? Yes, we do. And hold everything, folks. It's going to be a lot of unhappy drivers in that front 6, but that was a 3-car incident. Tom
Kevin
Panzer.
Spencer. This starts with Kevin Spencer.
No, he just loses it all by his own in front of Scott Warren, and Scott not able to check up in time. 2-car incident right here. They're blocking the track. Connor Zola makes it through, and oh, that is Ryan Oates from AJ Green. Tom Panzarella, ARCA brakes rod flag. So there's like 2 separate incidents here. Michael McElroy. Oh my goodness, and it just keeps going. You're trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they just keep wrecking. Let's go on board here, and that's just unfortunate. Here's Tom Panzarella. We'll take a good look at all of this. Tries to slow down, but it's far too late. Drew Jawad is going to get a good look at this. He's flying through late. Nowhere for Michael McElroy to go. Back this on up. That's the second time McElroy has been kind of vexed on where that 39 machine's going to go. And McElroy does the right thing, slows way down, trying to avoid all the carnage, and that 39 machine is all over the road. And just mistimes it. And he is absolutely killed. But then here we go with Kevin Spencer and Scott Warren. This is kind of the you know, Spencer loses it and Scott gets into the back of him. He's thinking he's going to hold it. I mean, he does lift. I mean, there's nothing intentional about that whatsoever. He does lift, and it's just too much speed. And then what happens to Ryan Oates? He just gets run over from behind. That might have been... That's AJ Green, that's right. I mean, he was checking up, but again, it was too late. He didn't want to jam on the brakes and spin himself out. AJ probably should have checked up a little bit earlier. I mean, that's a tough one. He does see the smoke and cars in the wall. But he sends Ryan Oates for a ride and then gets, you know, big damage as a result anyways. That was just a lot of guys blocking the track and no one really knowing where to go. And this is going to be a fun sight here. We got a lot of people that want their laps back.
Is that James going around trying to get his laps back? 7 laps down?
Hey, they're all caught back up again with 10 to go. These things get around the track pretty fast, so if we get some restart wrecks, it is possible. But this has completely changed the complexion of this race. Guys still trying to get their laps back. A lot of people with fast repairs left. So they're going to go for broke. Looks like Tyler Gary stayed out on the racetrack. Everyone behind him came in except for Jacob Dunn and Ross Corlett and Curtis Kelly. Don't need the track map anymore, as they're all bunched up. Lights are out on top of the pace car. Be restarting with 10 laps to go. And on the lead lap should be all the way back to, I believe, Kyle Bartles in 27th. Drew Jawat is leaving now. He's got to get on his horse, as there is the field. So I think he'll just wait and see if there gets another caution.
Which is very likely with about 10 to go.
Yeah. I fully expect the restart wreck now, honestly. Guys haven't done it in quite a while, so expect them to be potentially a little rusty. So we will see. It looks like everyone back to Jacob Roth was able to get on the lead lap. Logan Shore actually is on the lead lap. He'll just be missing the pack. And Drew's going to stay in line. So it'll be 27 on the lead lap. So we have got a couple back on the lead lap here. About 8 or 9 that time.
And we're up to 27, 28.
What was it, 19 or 18 right before that caution? So 9? Yeah, that's a good number. But,
I think Oates might be there, so we might be at 10. But Oates is, you know, kind of all by himself.
Here we go. Back at the front, though, it's Tyler Gary, Lucas Plessel, your front row. Control car is Tyler Gary. He enters the Geico restart zone. And we are back underway. Inside line, well organized. Jaden Carter, first car on that outside. He is 5th and starting to fall back slightly, but it'll take him a lap to get back up to speed. Inside line now going to check up. Zwack going to lead the outside. Sean Rafferty giving a nice push to that 7. And he's going to take it 3 wide. Intensity already picked up. Not even a full lap into the restart. No one went with Jaden Carter, though, and he'll start falling back.
I was actually kind of surprised by that restart.
Yeah, well done to all of them.
Ooh, Gary's going to get split 3.
Sean Rafferty going with him. Gary falling back through the sucker hole, but AJ Green coming with him. Three by 3. Haven't seen it a lot tonight, but now it's back to 2 by 2. Only one row of 3 wide. I believe that is Dean Clavitt.
It is.
Cracking the top 10 for the first time tonight. Not a bad time to do it inside of 10 to go. Gary has been the dominant car. Safe to say, though, he hasn't faced a whole lot of pressure. That top 6 was just riding around after those green flag pit stops, but he is controlling both lines quite nicely right now. Cuts off Sean Rafferty. Coming to the line, this time by, at the line, it would have been AJ Green by a nose. Got a heck of a push from Plessel. He'll go top to bottom. Almost 4 wide, back for 4th.
I can see someone peeking back there. I believe that was Corey Henry. He was looking.
In the 5 machine, he was looking at 4 wide just for a moment. Thinks better of it. Still 3 wide for 3rd. This is the intensity we've been waiting to see. Zwack trying to break out of the pack. Outside line does not have a lot of help. Only 3 cars up there. Plessel, Jaden Carter, and Dylan Dreiling. Now they fall back into 2 by 2. 8 laps to go. Coming to 7 at the line. Tyler Gary back in control. Zwack all over his back bumper. Side by side for 3rd. Ray Tiller back in the mix. This caution is exactly what he needed.
I mean, you now got Frisch and Harry Tiller lined up together. And Sean Rafferty on that line.
And everyone's done a nice job staying with it. We had 27 cars on the lead lap at the restart. It's still 27, and really all of them are loosely in this pack. Obviously, field spread a little bigger, but they're all mostly there. At least to take some positions on the last lap if they all wreck. First challenge of side-by-side comes from 4th, AJ Green and Harry Tiller. And then back behind them, Sean Rafferty, Corey Henry, and Lucas Plessel duking it out. Thomas Miller in the 43, also in the top 10. Looks like Tiller caught the wall there out of 2, and he's going to be under severe pressure down the back straightaway.
And they've got them scattered. Now there are 4 cars out front.
Joe Swanson making a run at this from help with Garrett Delph. Robert Colgan, whose car was absolutely destroyed a little bit earlier in the race, back inside the top 15. The guys are fighting for everything they can get with just 5 laps to go. Single file up at the front, though, much like we saw after green flag pit stops. They're going to wait till the end and try and settle it amongst themselves. They're starting to pull away past Sean Rafferty, about half a second back to Harry Tiller. And they're trying to get that group organized. Jacob Dunn hits the wall at turn number 2, slides way down to the inside. We'll come back up, though.
Wondering where the aggressive pushes, in this little, this secondary pack here at the front's going to come from. They're going to have to start getting connected and start moving forward.
If you're Lucas Plessel, you might as well start shoving that 69 down the back straightaway and saying, get a move on, or I'm going to have to pass you and try and get in contention.
We now have a challenge for second.
That's Frisch going to the outside of Zwack. No help, though. AJ Green going to stay tucked in line and try and move himself up 1 spot. Get on that podium. Yeah, stay in single file about 8th and 9th back. Not going to win you the race. Lucas Plessel on the wall. And that's going to scatter that second pack even further behind. They're now over half a second back. Thomas Miller trying to now lead it and get back in the hunt. But they're not going to win it from here. We have a 6-car breakaway again.
Gary's lost the lead now. So Wax now out front. Gary's dropped down to P5.
3 laps to go here, coming to the line.
I think Gary knows he doesn't want to be leading.
Yeah, Sean Rafferty's the wild card in all this. Where does he go? These guys have worked together for so much. But here comes Thomas Miller. He got them back up there. Credit to him. Harry Tiller as well. Guys pushing really hard. Jaden Carter bounces off the wall, keeps going. Scott Warren trying to make a charge. Way in the back. AJ Green with the block. Late on Frisch. Almost got turned for it. Coming to 2 laps to go. Can they make it all the way around? When do you make your move?
I mean, you see AJ Green almost trying to make his move there. He wanted to go to the high side, so Wack was blocking him to the wall.
Yeah, Frisch didn't go with him, but side by side for the race lead. 2 laps to go. Tyler Gary coming in support of AJ Green, though. So it will be 2 by 2. What kind of run can you get down the back straightaway? Harry Tiller and Joe Swanson are there in this main pack. Lap car ahead. It could decide things. Multiple cars in the wall. That's the 79 machine of Kyle Bartles and Scott Warren as well. Only 2 cars, though. We stay green. Got to make it through 3 and 4 and back to the trioval. Green way up the hill. Tyler Gary saw an opportunity, did not take it. Michael Frisch in the wall. Looks low inside of Zwack. 1 lap to go. They make it back. Race is official. Lap car going to stay way high. It's Peter Ruggiero, very respectful. And side by side, down the back straightaway for the first time. Who's going to make the move? What does Corey Henry do? Nobody goes with Frisch. And he's split 3 wide.
They're forward. Thomas Miller has no help.
Zwack trying to block the angles. Corey Henry made an aggressive move to get around Frisch, trying to win the race for himself. Now he's got Frisch trying to push him to the win. What kind of run can we get out of turn number 4 for the final time? Side by side for second. Zwack trying to cover. He's going to give the bottom to Thomas Miller. Sean Rafferty way out of control. Frisch making it 3 wide. Coming to the line. It's going to be Matthew Zwack getting it done. And a blowover from the top 3.
Oh my!
Oh my goodness! What a finish. As they all explode into turn number 1. Let's take another look at the finish here. Zwack calm on that last lap. Let's take it back to off of turn number 2. Making the move on the high side. What sets this up is Corey Henry's going with him. Frisch does not have the help. Gets a little bit of a bump. That's all he needed to get out in front. He'll come down. Block Thomas Miller, who's making a very late run at this. And then through 3 and 4. Thomas Miller side by side. Look at the hole Frisch splits himself into. Takes Corey all the way up to the wall, then darts back to the middle. They're all slowing each other down for second, and it's Zwack's race from there. Frisch gave him a late scare, but 23 able to block all the angles. And your entire top 3 end up with a blowover, and everyone gives them their congratulatory sent to the moon. How about that?
I just want to give a shout out to Zwack. He was in the waiting room before I even asked him.
That's what we love to see. My
Let me know
pick
when
to
you're ready.
win was P2 and all of that. So close at the end.
Are you ready for our race winner?
I am, in fact, ready. Here with the race winner tonight, Matthew Zwack. Says the 18 on the overlay, but 23 tonight in the 87 machine. A different style of racing than we see normally every week. It's a special talent to race these well. And once we got green, we saw that with the 6-car breakaway after green flag pit stops. What was kind of the mentality once you guys had finally broken away from the pack?
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I left the firecracker scheme on. My apologies. The call there, I was debating between 2 and 4. Really, a lot of us, I don't think we knew which one was going to be quicker. So, we took 2 tires, ended up paying off. But in that pack, one thing I made sure I tried to do is I didn't want to lead. I wanted to take less fuel, or as little fuel as I possibly could. It didn't really work out. We all paid on the same lap, but it did vault me out front. And then at the end, I didn't want to be the one left out. So I made that move a little bit earlier than I would have liked to on Gary. I wanted to make sure I was, oh, there goes the engine. I wanted to make sure I was in a spot where I could be leading with 3 to go, 4 to go.
Yeah, so he made the move down the back straightaway, got the help from Corey Henry, who went with you. Zwack didn't have the momentum to hold you off down the back straightaway. And then out of 4, it was really just all blocking and hoping that nobody, got on that rear bumper and turned you around. And Frisch made a late go at it, but you're able to block all angles, and you come home a winner here tonight.
Yeah, I tried my damnedest to throw it away. I had a lot of tire slide in the tri-oval. I was very nervous going through there. Cause I saw Frisch had a load of speed through the tri-oval, but yeah, I'd like to thank Lucas, Gary. That whole lead pack was fun. You guys wouldn't be doing this without you guys and the great Puffer Zone Network.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great broadcasting crew, along with you guys. You guys are both great. I don't try and create the divide. I try.
We
to
do
keep
it ourselves. We don't even have to. No one
Well.
else does it for us. We take it upon ourselves. But it was a great race. Great green flag pit stops there, working well together with that front 6. And probably did not want the last caution to come out, but you made the most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations again, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Here with our runner-up tonight, Michael Frisch. He made a late charge at it, came up about 0.05 of a second short, but great night, what we expected. Obviously, we know you like these 87s a whole lot and run them probably more than almost anyone in this field, and it showed tonight. You were in that 6-car group, settling in amongst yourselves. Great green flag pit stops from you guys, and just kind of trying to get to the end. Last caution had other ideas, but talk me through the mentality of what it was like on that final restart and then that sprint to the finish.
Really just trying to get the race started there. I know our first about 15 laps there were just nothing but missed shifts on the restarts. So never really got to race it out, but we got into a race mode about 20 laps in, and then we had our first round of green flag pit stops, and I absolutely put too much rear brake into it and spun out. So I was in a little back set. I did not do good on the green flag pit stops.
That's right. I remember. Yeah,
yeah,
you were pushing hard in that second pack, and you absolutely on the first round came in way. Yeah, I remember.
So
that
thank God that yellow came out off turn 4. I mean, I was about in that. I had the Days of Thunder. I just seen smoke in front of me, and hopefully nobody was in front of me as I was slowing down, and I almost got clipped. So thank God I didn't, but I still would have had a faster pair. So good there, but no, that put us back in the ball game, and just tried to it's really hard with the less fuel with these cars since it makes them really tight. So everyone's really fighting for that bottom groove. Zwack was fighting for his life down there. He didn't want to give it to me, but I broke his ankles one time in the tri-oval, and I got underneath of him going in the one on the white flag, and I got left out the drive by Corey Henry and Thomas Miller there, so I'll go ahead and remember that. But I still finished ahead of them tonight, so they could have made the difference, but they didn't. They decided to be for themselves. But no, good win is Whack. He's very good at these 87 cars, and he's a teammate of mine, so it's always a good showing when we're 1-2 up there. But other than that, it was a good overall fun night.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations again on a solid P2. We'll let you get any shout-outs in that you got.
Obviously, North Force Racing, we are absolutely kicking butt in round 2 at Road to Pro. All our guys are performing well. Shout out to them, Bar Visuals, who puts on a beautiful scheme of my car. I get a lot of requests of who Dalen is, and he's obviously a good photographer at the track, so go ahead and search him up on Twitter. Bar Visual. Well, sorry, not Twitter now. Rephrase that. Hold the phone. Back up. X. Go to X. Bar Visuals, and he does some amazing stuff with the camera lens.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
And finally, rounding out our podium here tonight, Thomas Miller. Already like you because of the mug root beer profile picture, but first time on the podium since we took over. And talk me through that final restart. Kind of got everyone back at the ball game, and you were making a late charge at it. What were the thoughts inside the car?
Yeah. Thoughts inside the car, or I just happy the caution finally came out. I kind of put myself in a bad position. I was with the leaders pretty much all race, like in the top 10. We pitted with Gary and Frisch and them on the first pit stop, and accidentally went up across the double yellow line, got a black flag, had to come back down pit road, put myself a lap down. Caution came out, came back, took 4 tires, drove all the way back up, and got a P3 out of it. It's awesome. I've always tried to do RODDCAR. I typically close on Friday nights, so I think this is like my 3rd or 4th ever race in RODDCAR, and a lot of my buddies do it. So a lot of the guys that are finishing right around the top, it's a lot of fun from Mooncar, and these guys, they race these cars so well. So it's good to be up in the top 3.
Yeah, especially you're making a late charge. I know you kind of were in that like 7th or 8th place with a couple laps to go. You're able to get that second group back up there, and then really it was kind of all to play for on that last lap. Just didn't have enough help to get through. But really a great showing from yourself tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought I was going to clear him on the backstretch because I had such a good run, and honestly, I didn't know if those guys took 2 or 4. I knew Tyler Gary was on no tires. I knew some were on 2, so I felt good. I ended up actually putting fuel in. A lot of guys were getting tight. I was handling like perfectly. So this wasn't enough. But yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on a solid P3 here tonight. We'll let you get any shout outs in if you have them.
Yeah, factory setups on the car. I typically run a Bar Visual scheme, but new to factory setups, so might as well shout them out. It's really about it. Everybody at RODDCAR, put on the broadcast. You guys, it's awesome. So thank you.
Appreciate the kind words and hope to see you back here. You tell your job to stop letting you close and come have some fun with us every Friday night.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. All right, looks like I got race control dealing with some stuff. Let's go talk to James Mendez, see what the heck happened. James Mendez, really, what happened, in all the green flag running, ends up 34th. What got you out of sync here tonight?
Well, I was running pretty smooth, and I was in the pack with a bunch of guys, getting ready to pit, and I lost my mind for a second and hit turn 2 on the wall. And I went down to the inside. I did not kill it right away, and I figured, I can fix it. There's not that bad of damage. And I should have been thinking that the fact of we were green, the pack was spread out, that there's a good chance I would have gone maybe like at least 4 to 5 down. So I should have taken a fast repair. I figured it'd have been okay because it wasn't really that bad. But I lost, I think, 9 laps doing that. So it wasn't the best idea. I didn't wreck enough there at the end. So we'll just chalk it up and say it was a mistake on our part. And we'll move on from this known fact of me sucking at this car. So
You did call it last week, to be fair. You did say it'd be rough, but and that's exactly what happened.
yeah, I look back at the scoring pylon, even though I'm still on track. I'm sitting here just idolizing my chances of never winning a race. I was running with Dean Clavert pretty well. We were just moving through the pack, and he finished. I know he finished top 10, and there was a restart and all this. But if I would have been on the lead lap, I probably would have top 20, which is kind of disappointing, considering that would have been a good finish for myself with this car.
Right.
But I don't even know what next week is, but we're gonna finish top 12. I'm calling it right now.
Alrighty, he's calling a shot. Look forward to see what you can do next week, bud.
Yep.
Connor Zola, you got a copy.
Yeah, I do.
Just kind of sum up your race quickly for us. I know it was tough out there for a lot of guys, yourself included. What was the car giving you there tonight?
It was fine for the first, probably like 40 laps, and then green flag pit stops. I spun out going onto pit road, missed my box, had to back up in my stall. Took an extra like 30 seconds. And then coming off pit road, I sped like an idiot, So I had to pit again. That was why you were saying I was on pit road again. That was to serve that penalty.
Yeah.
And then after I was 6 down before the final caution after missing that wreck, thank God. But got 3 of my laps back, pitted for right side just because I wanted to try and get another lap back. But I guess because of my left side tires, my car was dead sideways, and I about wrecked it almost 3 times in that last 10-15 lap run that we had to the finish.
Right.
But,
yeah, and they just didn't wreck enough at the end to get those laps back.
Nope.
Well, it was not the only one that struggled tonight with pit road or the 87 car, but we only do it one time a season, so look forward to next week and seeing you back towards the front of the field.
Thank you.
Yep. Dylan Dreiling, you got a copy.
Hello.
You were kind of in no man's land tonight on those green flag pit stops, but solidly inside the top 15 all night, and then come away 12th here tonight after all the chaos was done.
Yeah, that was my goal. Basically, I'm not the greatest at these cars. I knew I couldn't win, but I have not had great finishes this season. I mean, I'm down in the points, so I just banked on this being a solid top 15 run to 15 finish, and that's exactly what I got, which I'm very happy about.
You were 33rd in points coming into tonight, and I know with a lot of people having trouble, you should get at least a couple spots. It's probably inside the top 30 at least, and trying to get back inside that top 25 to not have to fall back on your provisional.
Yeah, I believe I'm in 24th. So
look at that. Oh, right. Points are already
perfect.
out. Well, there you go. Don't have to fall back on the
Yeah.
provisional anymore.
I know, that feels good.
It does. But, yeah, you and Joe Swanson were kind of making a late go of things after that caution. You guys were charging through the field late.
Yeah. Just try not to kill tires.
Yeah.
But we kill tires.
Yeah, it's not the first time that'll be said tonight, I'm sure, but it was evident on everybody smacking down the turn 2 fence. But it was a different kind of racing. We love doing it once a season, and tonight proved to be unique in its own way.
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to seeing you guys next week.
All right, thank you.
And last but certainly not least, Jacob Dunn. Kind of just one of those guys that was just kind of caught out by those green flag pit stops and was kind of in contention late. What did you see on that final restart and the sprint to the finish?
Man, we took 4 tires there on the last green flag pit stops and tried to, play a little bit of strategy, but I don't know if I had a little bit of damage or whatnot, but it was plowing tight right there at the end, and I was a brick again, going to the back as usual. But these 87s are just like that, man. We'll be it'll be better next week.
Absolutely. Heard that a bunch tonight. Running one time a season, it's good. Good for us to mix it up, and yeah, looking forward to next week.
Absolutely, man. Be back to a little bit of normality.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even where are we at next week? Super Speedway for sure, but let's find out specifically. Car track combination 87. It is iRacing Super Speedway in the next gen.
Oh Lord! Last time we were there and my power went out.
Yeah, last time the league was there, we made iRacing not top 10, number 1. So looking for some good stuff here again. Gonna be hard to top last time, but
yeah,
we'll sure try.
Good fun.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to it, and we'll see you next Friday.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
I think that is everybody.
everybody.
Alrighty, but all right, your final thoughts on tonight's race.
Wish we were able to close out that one green flag run, but mistakes happen. It was a good race. The ending was very exciting. I love the tandem 3-car blowover.
Right at the end, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Overall, I think it was a top tier race.
We had some ARCA breaks, we had green flag pit stops, we had some separation of the pack. Just a straight up 87 race, I'd say. Thrilling
Sounds
finish
right.
for sure, yeah. Let's go through your race results here. All the way back to 26 cars in the lead lap and Logan Shore. Drew Jawa, first car, 1 lap down. And then all the way back to Tyler Davala, who did 2 laps. Did not finish his third, by the way. So that is highly unfortunate. But full field here tonight in the 87 cars. Love to see it. RODDCAR momentum remains true and strong, unlike the Pac-12. And the ACC at this point, we're going down in flames right with them. It's completely over.
SCC.
I hate
SCC.
it. I hate it. But we will be back in action tomorrow night, 1 o'clock Eastern, for the Affinity Racing Series Talladega 500 special event, full length Talladega race in the next gen cars. Still limited spots available to sign up. Got some great prizes on tap. Got a Dude Wipes care package, a Bark Box care package, some ARS merch, 64 gigabytes of RAM available.
DDR4, 232 gigabyte sticks.
From Trinity PC, and $100 cash to the race winner. So got a lot of great prizes. Still time to join that special event, and time to join ARS itself for the league that it's supporting. But gonna be a great time tomorrow, and we'll put the Discord in chat if anyone is interested. You already did? There you go. Look at that. But yeah, if you're interested in that, trying to win yourself some great prizes and challenge yourself with some Super Speedway endurance, there you go. And then Monday night for Affinity Racing Series, week number 2, we head to Phoenix. Next Tuesday night, we head to LSRL as they close out the regular season at Kansas, and then back here next Friday night for Next Gens at iRacing Super Speedway. Y'all be sure to stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow night, and y'all take care.